Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. And salam sejahtera. Welcome to the Higher Education Virtual Expo 2023 webinar session. With me today is Yang Mulia Asfadila Isham bin Haji Salim and Fatima Nuzaha from Cosmopolitan College of Commerce and Technology, who will be presenting a topic on employability in the retail management industry. Without further ado, I invite your presentation.
All right, thank you very much. Okay, first of all, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Selamat pagi, salam sejahtera. So again, thank you for the very brief introduction about we are from Cosmopolitan College and we will be talking about employability in the retail management industry. So going straight, Ms. Nuza, okay, going straight to the questions about our topic today. Can you explain for the audience, okay, a little bit about what is our topic today?
Oh, thank you very much, Asfa, Chigo Asfa, and thank you very much for this opportunity. And Assalamu alaikum. Retail business. What is retail business? Actually, the retail industry is a very broad industry. When it's come to the retail business and the retail business, not much people know the difference of what is retail. Retail is basically a business will sell the product to the end user for the consumption purpose, not for the reselling. So that is the basically the retail is all about. And also like I'm also teaching the retail management course for the student. When I ask my students sometime, what do you understand about the retail? They basically think the retail is something relating to a kadai runcit or mini mart or supermarket. They don't know actually the meaning of retail. It's not only that areas. The meaning of retail, it will go for any range of business, any industry, any product or service that will sell the product or service to the end user, not for the reselling. So the final consumption purpose, if you are selling a product or service, that is basically the retail business.
That is retail.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So yeah, basically from if anyone who's going to Google Translate about what is retail, definitely they will see the Google Translate will say retail is runcit. And for us in Brunei Darussalam, we're talking about all this kedai runcit. Exactly.
Yes,
So
yes.
please don't make that kind of assumption. Okay. So because what Ms. Nuza has mentioned just now, when we're talking about retail industry, it's a big industry.
Big industry.
Big industry. We're not only talking about all these kedai runcit.
Yes.
There are many other examples as well.
Yes, actually, like the just to understand the difference between the business management and the retail business management, retail is basically can be any industry. It can be food and beverage, it can be retail banking, it can be retail insurance, so any areas. But we focus only the selling the product or services for the end user for the consumption purpose, not for the reselling. Let's say example, we have many types of businesses in the world. I bring some examples like manufacturing and also export, import and automobile or like wholesale. All these things also have the it's also under business. It's in the under same umbrella. But retail we will just separate is because of the our purpose is not for reselling. We are selling for the consumption purpose.
Direct to
the consumer. That is the basic characteristic of the retail. Since the retail is basically connected with the consumer and consumer, that's why we have a lot of characteristic that we should have in the retail business. Correct. In terms of the customer service. Correct. Like because you are dealing with your end customers, so you have to make sure your customer service is very high level customer service you have to provide for the business. At the same time, when you deal with the retail business, you must have a very good knowledge about that area. Correct. Because mostly when customers are approaching to your business, we need to know how to explain. We need to give the clear the understanding or benefit about that product or service to the customer. So then only the customer will be retained in our business.
Interested to buy the
Buy,
product.
of course. That is
Exactly.
mostly is a very psychological factor. You have to have a very good connection with the customer when it's come to the retail business. That's why the customer satisfaction in every touch point of the customer, we need to make sure in the retail business we provide a clear guidance or good customer service, excellent customer service to the customers. So one more thing to add, like touch points. It's very important to know about the touch points of the customers in the retail business. It can be physical touch point. It can be digital touch point. Even a phone call is a touch point. Or even when you meet somewhere, it's a Instagram. Now, if you know, the digital platform is the most famous in the retail business.
Correct.
Everything is the marketing and everything, inquiries, everything will go under digital. So this is also another platform for you to interact with the people. So in this case, every touch point of the customer, we have to give a high level, excellent customer service.
Customer service.
Yes, I hope the audience will be able to understand what is retail business now.
Hopefully they can understand, but maybe what I can do to make sure everyone understand. Let's say the simple ones, we can use the example of buying an iPhone, the latest iPhone. Okay, so if you are going for if you went to the shop who sells that iPhone, so definitely the customer would want to know, okay, what is new, what are the new features of this new iPhone.
True.
So that definitely the person who sells the product, that person must know how to
Yes.
explain
Yes.
all the features.
The retail is another area of the retail. You have to be up to date. What are the
Correct.
current trends? What are the new features? What are the requirement from the different segments of the customers? So some retail businesses, they have specific segment. There are some retail businesses, they will serve for all the segments. Like example, just for simple example, if it is a phone, as you mentioned, if someone is want to buy a phone or anything, as a retail, the workers or staff in the retail shop, they need to have a proper understanding of the different generations, the requirement, the different generation, what kind of the product or services required. So they should have a good like up-to-date knowledge and the technological information and everything when they are in the retail business.
All right, correct. So, I mean, since we are going back to the topic of employability in the
Yes.
retail management, so I think we can also discuss about what are the good characteristics, what are the good skills to have for someone who wants to be involved in this retail industry.
Definitely, as I mentioned, you should have a very good customer service.
Okay.
Your communication is very important when it's come to the customer service, and also the communication, and also you have to listen. The communication is not only communicate, we should have an active or listening skill for the customers to understand, because
Correct. Perhaps the customer will want their own features.
Yes, of course.
That's why.
And also we have to always get the customer constructive feedback. If you don't listen to the customers, we will never get the constructive feedback.
Definitely.
So if we get the constructive, honest feedback from the customers, definitely, like we can even improve, like everything we have a learning curve. So we listen to the customers and we just need to improve continuously. And the next thing is in the retail business in new era, technology. Everything is now technologically like
Everything
improving,
involved
involved
technology, correct.
technology. Like in Brunei, actually not that much using the technology for the retail business. But if you take most of the countries like US and UK and all the supermarkets and retail business, all mostly they are automated. They even use the AI technology. They all use the IoT and everything, automated things for the retail business. So when it's come to the employability in retail, if you want to be a competent employee, in the retail business. For perhaps I would like to tell anyone who are interested with the retail industry to join to the retail industry. They have to be really techie people. So yeah, tech people, you know, they can introduce, actually they can introduce, and they can even tell and advise the people that we can do this kind of things. We can increase, expand the business, all these things by using this kind of technological platforms. And there are something like, especially in Brunei, marketing, promotion, everything is with the social media platform. So you should have a kind of knowledge that to handle the social media. So to approach our customers, like especially Gen Z and the millennial, like us,
they
up
will
to the,
definitely have
I think,
different.
yeah, like up to the 40, the people are all using the Instagram and Facebook.
Correct.
It's easy for businesses to approach from the social media.
Compared to, yeah.
Yes, maybe we still need the traditional, the marketing, promotional things, because methods, because we are not only addressing this Gen Z and millennial,
But also the
yes, the all the generation
before.
Yes. Maybe I just would like also to get some idea from you, sir, Chigu Muhammad, Chigu Asfa, about the, like Brunei. What is the perception about among the youngsters and who are looking for the job in the retail business?
Retail. Okay,
Yes.
so talking about that in terms of trends, so usually what based on what we have seen about this new generations looking at retail, they only look at it's a simply simple type of job,
Yeah.
but it can be very very complex in the sense of you're not just going to, you know, like what Miss Nusa has mentioned, you're not just going to sell a product to your customer, just simply doing that, but also you're talking about a matter of um, visual display, product visual,
Yes,
product
yes,
visualization.
yes.
So even for example, if you go to the, for example, you can just go to Wahoo. Okay, you go to the cabinet where they put all the products. Have you ever wondered why is that particular product being kept at the lower part of the cabinet? Why is it in the eye level? Why is it on top?
Yes.
There must be a reason.
Yes, actually, like talking about the retails, actually there are many things that we need to learn the basic retail management system. Like as you mentioned, in retail we call it visual merchandising, right? How you need to display your products.
Correct.
There's no, actually people might think that they just put like this here and there things, but everything they have a purpose. They have a purpose when they put the things. So we have a very broad area to learn about the retail management. So retail, we actually one area is the customer service, other one is the visual. Another most important thing, the people who are planning to join in the retail industry, when you are in the employability in retail, stock management.
Stock management.
Because if you know the retail, in the retail, not like manufacturing, export, import, in the retail, the profit margin is not that high. In the retail business, actually the game is the volume. You need to have a number of units you are selling. You need, the more you have the
more
volume,
volume you have,
that is how you will get your profitability. So in that case, your profit margin is not that big. So the efficiency and effectiveness is very important. How you manage your stocks, how to reduce the wastage, planning of the staff, the rotations and the staff management, your the all the utilities, expenses and everything is very important when it's come to the retail. So there are many areas that we need to learn in the retail business. As I mentioned, stock control, visual merchandising, team management. Because yes, team management is like, you know, retail is mostly dealing with customer. If your team is not working as like as a team, if they don't collaborate each other, and if they are not happy, if they are not giving a proper service, if the team is not working together, this will definitely affect for your retail business directly. So the attitude,
Enhance the employability.
So this is very important when it's come to the team, working as a team in the retail business, and also, of course, marketing and promotion. As you know, most of the retail business have the competitive environment in Brunei.
Correct.
Not only in Brunei, I think the everywhere is many competitors. So you always have to give additional value to your customers. Your value proposition is very important. You need to make sure that you are giving something additional and something better than your competitors. Then only you can get the new customers. At the same time, you can retain your customers.
Perhaps getting competitive advantage over
Yes,
your
yes,
customers.
it's a competitive advantage. And also, like, Brunei is a place where it's very small. It's,
Correct.
very fast, the word of mouth, everything. If it
Anything
is
can be
viral very fast.
quickly. Exactly.
So if you make any mistake or if you give some unpleasant experience to your customer, once if you do the same thing, so it will be viral very fast.
Viral.
So
But if you are looking at the other way
other
around,
way, yes,
giving positive experience to your customers,
of
then
course.
it will viral just like that as well.
Yes, yes,
Correct.
that's correct. Like always, you have to make your customer wow. So
exactly.
you give the customer in retail business more than what they expect. So definitely they will come back to you, and also they will recommend to others. Like, in Brunei, our culture, it's always the family oriented.
Correct,
They
correct,
get
correct.
together.
Very family oriented.
Sometimes when
yes.
they talk, they will always talk about their experience of the product or service. I went there. So this is very important. If you give any unpleasant, it will come back to you badly. If you give a very good service, it will come back to you positively.
Correct.
Yes.
So yeah, I think that's about in terms of how much we are going to cover in terms of employability in the retail management. Um, so before we close out with our session and going into the Q&A part, okay, we're on behalf of Cosmopolitan College, we would like to again to call upon applicants, okay, to join our level 2 certificate for retailers. If you happen to be interested in terms of the topics that we have mentioned just now, from the differences between retail and business, the important trends within the industries, and then the good skills, the good behavior that every retail managers or retail employees should have. So if you are interested, okay, you can come down to our location at Kampung Jaya City Square, and then you also can connect with us to our Cosmo IG
I
and
think we
as
have
well
some
as
question
Cosmo
that in
website.
the chat box, we will just
Yes.
help to check the here.
All right, so we'll go into the question. So we have question from Ilhamina Ilham. So what can I do to get started in the retail industry?
Yes. Actually, in the retail industry, there are two way of you want to get started. Actually, one is if you want to start your own retail business, you have to get an idea about what is all about retail first. How you have to start with the starting of the business and also all the stock control and all the legal formalities, staff enroll, staff hiring, staff management, and stock control and everything. At the same time, if you are planning to work somewhere in the retail business, if it depending on your level, like you want to start as a salesperson. To be a salesperson, the most important thing is the information and the communication and the customer service. So that is, if you are capable enough with that area, so you are definitely ready for the retail business, retail industry.
Retail industry.
Yes.
All right.
And because the retail industry is more on personal selling, so it's a one-to-one more on. So in that case, you should have a better
equip yourself
connection with the people, good PR skill, basically.
Okay. All right. So we hope that Ilhamina, your question has been answered. And then another question from Zikri. So I think there's a two-part questions from Zikri. What is the minimum capital and knowledge required to get started in the retail industry in Brunei scenario? So I think there's a two-part question, minimum capital and knowledge.
Minimum capital, actually, we
Depends.
cannot say this is the amount. It depends. It depends on what kind of retail business you are going to start. If you just want to start a retail selling clothes or with a small boutique, then your capital is different. But at the same time, you can have clothing retail business in a luxury way. So it depends on what customer segment that you are going to focus, how you are going to start. And also there are many available opportunities for our young Bruneians, like, from the government. As I know, some BIBD and DARE and all, they have some also programs that to get kind of
To get started with the new business.
and the many platform if you want to start a business. That is one thing. The capital, actually, we cannot say minimum like this, but in Brunei, actually, it's very good. Like, the entry to the retail business is less barriers. You just need to have a few legal formalities to fill in. Less barriers compared to any other areas, but basic retail, I think the barriers are very less.
Very less, correct.
Yeah, started in retail industry in Brunei, capital, and the knowledge. Knowledge, actually, of course, what I have informed you is the basic knowledge that you need to understand about how to operate a retail business, and also how to start a retail business, and customer service, stock control, visual merchandising, and also staff management, team management, and also some now actually is also the digital platform, because most things are digitalized, so you can reach many customers at one time with the less cost if you use the digital platforms.
Yeah, basically, I mean, to sum up with what Ms. Nuza has mentioned in terms of minimum knowledge, you have to make sure how much knowledge are you capable to sell your product? How much knowledge? Are you well versed in the product visualization? Okay. Are you well versed in terms of having a team with you, working within a team? So you can, like, the topic about knowledge, it can be variety as well. Okay, when we're talking about how much knowledge you should have. Okay, if based on the criteria like Mr. Nuza has mentioned just now, stock inventory, product visualization, even basic maths.
Yes, true.
Even basic maths.
Calculation of the
exactly.
the discounts and promotions.
And how are you with your listening skills? So if you think you have those skills, that's one way to say that you have the minimum knowledge, at least the minimum knowledge to start retail industry, especially in our local scene.
Yeah.
But if you think you do have more things to learn, then definitely you might want to look into our retailers course.
And actually, talking about the employability, I think many employability opportunities are available in Brunei.
Quite a lot,
especially
yes.
for the young generation, many employability opportunities. Like, there are some retail industry is basically like mostly is dominated by foreigners, because there's no much people are involving that in that
Yes.
some areas. So actually, if you can think about these areas, if you can improve or try to train yourself with that areas, there are many opportunities that available. So
Correct.
actually, we are here to help you with the retail area. So we have a very good retail, the hands-on vocational qualification, it's with us. So we can train and we can give the hands-on experience. We are collaborating with many retail businesses to give our students the practical knowledge. We are not just doing, yes, we are not in our retail courses, we are not just doing lectures and all. We will take every week, we have industry we have already have planned very well, and we take our student for each topic. For the different topics, we have different areas to cover, like what are the do's and what are the don'ts that they need to do with the real example. So that is, we have a different department to collaborate with the industry, the retail business, to get the real hands-on experience for our student to learn the practical things, what is happening in the retail business. So, and also talking about the pathways, like, it will not limit to one area. If you are with the retail business, you can just work as a employee for somewhere, but it can be also helpful for you to set up your own business. So you can start
It's possible.
yes, you can start your own business in a small way, and you can expand it to a bigger business. Then our retail and the entrepreneurship courses is for level 2 and level 3. So when you have your basic retail knowledge with entrepreneurship and the business management, that will give you a broader knowledge and experience for you to have your own business.
Correct. All right. So I think hopefully that covers Zikri's question.
Yeah, and also
Ilhamina. Yeah, Ilhamina already. So if we have any other questions, we will try to answer your questions. Anything
within our time limit.
Okay, thank you for your insightful sharing session. Also for answering the questions. We hope this session has been beneficial for the viewers. Should you have any queries or in need of further information, you may browse through their booth in our Higher Education Virtual Expo website at hgv.gov.bn. Thank you for joining us.
Yes. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
In our session starting at 1:15 p.m. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you.